Oops. Good morning, everybody. Happy holidays. Broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and every Saturday morning we get together with people from all over the world and talk about the joys of living in Mexico. And I've got clips for you this week. If you're new here, I always have video clips about fabulous places to live in and to visit in Mexico. Living in Mexico is just a spectacular experience. I love it more and more every day, and I love to get together with my peoples and let them know what's happening. Is it safe? What's good to eat down here? Where can you visit? What's it like to get on the bus and travel all around this great place called Mexico? It's a little chilly here today. As you can see, I've got on some weather gear, but all is good. Let's see who is in the house this morning. I want to start out with a big congratulations to Rudy and Sheila. Woo, Rudy and Sheila, my friends from Mazatlan. I did a video with them. Rudy came down with colon cancer, and you can see his note here. He kicked the cancer, threw it out, and they're coming back down to Mexico. He didn't even want to move to Mexico. Sheila told him, Rudy, watch Bill's videos, and she drugged Rudy down here. He fell in love with Mexico, and then he went back to the United States, got some health care, and now he is good to go, ready to come back. We got cats in the house. Good morning. 35 degrees in Washington State. Finally opened a Charles Schwab account. Right on, girl. Charles Schwab is my main man. And I've been communicating with cats. We're going to get together next Tuesday for an interview. I look forward to that. We got David in the house. Buenos dias. We got Alana in the house. Buenos dias todos. 4 inches of snow in Brooklyn. That's funny. 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo! Hey, down here it's about 48. They don't have heat in the houses down here, so that's why I got all these clothes on. But it's going to be a high of 75 today. I'll be around 1 o'clock. I'm going to put on my Speedo, and then I'm going to the grocery store. When I go to the grocery store, when it's 70 degrees, everybody's in the grocery store. They got bikinis on. All the men like me, we got Speedos on. That's kind of weather we're having in here. And then she says, oh, I hope not to be in Brooklyn this time next year. Right on. We got my new friend, Morelia by June. I hope you can make it down here, girl. Come on down. Feliz Sábado. That means happy Saturday from David. Right on. Who is this? Oh, Steve in Kansas City. Morning to everyone else on here. Anything in bloom around there? Our Christmas decorations much there? Yeah. I had a bunch of Christmas videos last week they put up lights, the town's all lit up, trees and flowers. Yeah, man, they have trees and flowers here year round, all year. There are flowers. That's the good thing about Mexico. All years is just a big botanical garden of love and joy. Crazy weather, so cold here in the north. In the 70s for Christmas in Oklahoma. Brian Jordan, Ola Bill from San Antonio. Soon Morelia. Dude, If you want to have breakfast with me before you come down, I need 2 weeks notice. Let me know, because January is filling up, dude. Can't wait to meet you. We got ops. Ops chiefs in the house. Buenos dias, familia. His real name is Marco. I hope I didn't blow his cover. And he sent me some images for Christmas, and wish Marco, ops chief, his real name. I blew his cover. I hope I didn't tip ice off. He's in Chicago, but he sent me this picture here. I guess this is his front yard in Chicago last week, or I guess it was this week before Christmas. He sent me this picture right here. I haven't seen anything like that in 20 years. Snow stacked up on trees. But I guess Marco took the picture, went inside. Here he is. I guess that's him in his crib with a little kitty cat. Looks like a baby kitty cat in his lap, and his dog looking at the camera. And the dog got to be saying Merry Christmas, Bill, Dallas, Lewis, and all the people watching this broadcast today. Thank you, Marco, for sending these images. And then he took a step up. And I guess this is a holiday gathering. I think Marco is taking the pictures. I think that the two young ladies in the image must be his two beautiful daughters there. And you can see the lovely Christmas tree in the background, and between the two lovely young women, that must be his gorgeous wife. And the other people, I don't know who they are, but here they are. Here Marco shows up with his beautiful self, doing the selfie image at the giant, soon-to-be filled table with lots of holiday goodies to eat. Marco, thank you for sharing those images. And the last image he sent was this picture from, I think that must be his front yard in Chicago. Isn't all of that snow really beautiful just on the trees? Don't you just want to go on outside, put on your Speedo, make a snow angel in the snow as the sun goes down? Thank you, Marco, for sharing those images with us. Yeah. Okay. Let me catch up over here. We got Brian, pretty boy maiden, in the house. Hola, Brian. Good morning, Bill, and all those this morning. Hope all had a beautiful Christmas. Right on. Me too. You got the same sentiment. My neighbor David. Hola, Bill. Happy New Year to you and everyone watching. And David lives here in Morelia, and I'm getting older, so my memory is slipping. But this week, I don't know if this was Christmas Eve or what. I tell you, man, my memory is just going down the tubes. Hold on a second here. Okay. So this was early. I think this was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, he sent me this video. Him and his lovely wife, Maria, who is from Morelia. David is from Louisville, Kentucky, owns a home here in Morelia. So they went to Costco. I think it was Christmas Eve. And they get there, and he says, Bill, check this out. Check this out. This is Costco before opening time. Check this out. people just waiting. Look at all them people waiting to get into Costco. Looks like they're waiting to get into Disneyland. All these people waiting to get into Costco to go buy. Look at that line. Looks like they're lining up to vote. Look at that. That's why I go to La Comer. Wasn't no line in La Comer. No, you just walk in, buy your stuff, and get the hell out. Yes, I want to thank David for sending me that lovely image. What else happened this week? Last week I had to go to the dentist. I love my dentist. That's such a good time. They had them red flowers in the lobby with a Christmas tree. This is my dentist. I was going to get my teeth cleaned, and they got elves up in their beautiful Christmas lights on their logo. They have that lovely Santa Claus hat. Of course they have advertising sitting there in case you want to get like a implant for like $1,000. And it just so happens I'm going in there for one of them soon. But the same time that David and Maria were waiting in line to go into Costco, I was in La Comer. And La Comer, I go there every day now. They had all this food ready for people to buy. Flan, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, fresh bread, all these casserole goodies, ready to go potatoes, spinach, whole turkeys that you could just buy and take home, turkey legs. Yes. Yeah. While Dave was standing out there in line at Costco, I was in La Comer, but getting busy, buying stuff. Yes. So if you're new here, I talk a lot, and interrupt me at any time and ask me anything about Mexico. I'll answer what I can. I don't know. There's a whole lot about Mexico that I don't know, but if you have any questions, Mexico's a super great place to be. I love it every day. Gary Z. Buenos dias, mi familia. Gracias, Bill, por todo tus trabajas. That means thank you for all your work, and you're very welcome. It is my pleasure. And who is this? Oh, looky here. It's Donetta. Dia Donetta. Hola. Good morning and happy holidays from Columbus, Ohio. I'm glad you reminded me. That's my hometown. How are the Ohio State Buckeyes going to do this week when they play Miami? That is my hometown. God bless you. I'm so happy not to be there. The buck stops here. I'm traveling to Las Vegas tomorrow morning for a presentation and digital nomad event. Glad it's not hot there this time of year. Yeah, Buck sent me a package to the United States Postal Service. I don't know where it is, Buck. They were sending me notifications, but they stopped about 4 days ago. I haven't gotten any more notifications. I'll keep you up to date on that. We got Elizabeth Anderson in the house, Akron girl, now moving to Toledo. Ooh. Dreams can still come true. Buying my forever home for less than $50,000. Right on. Competitive with Mexico. We got Tooth Fairy in the house. Buenos dias, amigos. I got to call you, girl. Tooth Fairy she's got to live within a half mile from me. And I've been lazy. I've never met her. We've been here an hour. I've been here a year and a half. I got to hook up with that girl for some vegan breakfast sometime. You got the Christmas spirit. Yes, I do. Ho, 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 ha, ha. So many Ohio people not letting our Ohio brother go. Yeah, they let me slip through the cracks. Breakfast sounds fantastic. And I found a new breakfast spot in the plaza. They have these croissants that I really like. So yeah, we'll go there. I forget the name of the place. I'll call it Surprise Baby Fluff Snow last night. Beautiful, no biggie. If this California girl can handle it, the locals can. Yeah, man, I remember when I was a salesman in Columbus, Ohio. I lived an hour outside of Columbus. And wow, sometimes it would take me 3 hours to drive a 1 hour drive with the snow. Yeah, woo, no more. And look who is here. She thinks, so she speaks. Great day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think it is. Love that city. And great to see you here, girl. The girl owns property in Maryland. She goes back and forth. She's working hard so that she can move down and live in that house in Merida full time. Yahoo! El Rey, saludos, everyone from from El Paso, Tech. Click the like button. Thank you for the advertising. Yeah, click the like button. And if you like the content, click the subscribe button and become a member. Click the join button and look who is here. List. Hi, Bill. Hope your Christmas day was wonderful. You and your shows are all. Thank you so much, Liston. Liston is also here in Morelia, and he's been joining us live ever since I moved to Morelia. Maybe before that, I don't know. I forget. But he always looks so joyful and sounds so joyful. Mexico is a great place to live. Angela Morris, Feliz Navidad, amigos y Senor Bill. Oh, right on. People speaking that Spanish this morning. I want to come back to Mexico for my birthday in the spring, but it's so cheap to get my booty to Europe, like $5.25 round trip on Lufthansa. P.S. They serve you wine all the way. Ooh, yeah, I've been to Europe. I've been to England, France, Germany, Italy, and Turkey. And, you know, right on. The Funkadelics did a song, you know. What was that song they did? They said, I don't want no doobie in my funk. That's what they said. I don't want no doobie in my funk. Marco, you have such a beautiful family. So true. Beautiful family, beautiful man. They are waiting because they feed you. Okay. I would hang a sign that says, don't because Pinocchio, when we ask you if you floss, tell the truth. Okay. Bill, have to say that store one of the very best I have been to. Brian was here. That what Brian? I was like 2 or 3 months ago, and he had an Airbnb. It was about a block away from La Comer, and he just got here, and we went into La Comer and got all of his shopping needs so that he could eat food in the Airbnb. I was his La Comer guide. And one reason that I'm not moving from this apartment is I know where everything in La Comer is. And you all know how it is when you change grocery stores. It's like going to a different world. You got to find all that stuff, whatever. And Op Chef is saying, thank you, right on. What's good is, you know, different regions of Mexico. You actually lived there for over the years. Yeah, there's still so much more I want to learn. There's so many places to go here, and I really love Morelia. I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm totally happy here, but just because I'm happy here doesn't mean that you would be happy here. There are so many fabulous, fabulous places in Mexico. And almost, I'm going to say 99% of people in Mexico are very happy and loving people. But I must say, there's this one lady that works at La Comer. And when I go to La Comer, I've got to check in my bag, my backpack, every time I go in. You know, you check it in, check it out. And she's the lady that checks in your bag. And this lady is grumpy every day. She's grumpy. She got hit with the grumpy stick probably when she was born. She's been grumpy ever since. And if you look up grumpy people in Mexico in the dictionary, they got her picture in there. That's the only permanently grumpy person I know at this time living in Mexico. Bill keeps forgetting about that was your son? Okay. I totally forgot about that, Marco. And let's go back to the image over here. Let's take a peek at Marco's son. I don't remember you telling me that you had a son, Marco. I just remember you mentioning your daughters. So there he is. That must be the son, the most handsome one in the group. He's tall, Marco. He's tall. I bet he could play for the Chicago Bulls. Right on. There's Marco, I think, his beautiful son, his two daughters, the young ladies, and his wife between the two daughters. What a beautiful family. And if you have videos of your family, videos when you visit Mexico, when you're here and you would like to share it with the group, you can email me. You can email me those images. Marco just emailed me the image, but you can always contact me at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com with your videos or images. Or let me see, do I still have this up here? I'm looking for something and I don't see it, so I might not be able to show it. Yep, okay. I don't have it. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Now, let's get back to comments. We still have some comments over here because okay, now here we go. Steve in Kansas City, you have made 880 videos already. How can you look for them by subject, by year, or alphabetical? I can do them all like that. I've got the data. And I'm going to show videos. I've got the year in review videos coming up here shortly. I'm going to show I'm going to show my top 10 cities that I really appreciated in Mexico. All right. And Brian Maiden, for the travel fund. Thank you very much, Brian, for contributing to the channel so I can get back on the road. I'm getting back on the road, I think, January the 5th to destinations unknown. Thank you very much, Brian, for contributing to the channel. Hey, Bill, believe it or not, but we got out of Costco in under an hour. I was pretty surprised. Right on, in and out. That's crazy. You got to meet. Oh, Tooth Fairy, yeah. You don't have to text. Send a pigeon with a note. Brian, I had the pleasure of meeting Tooth Fairy. She's such a beautiful woman and such a warm heart. I did talk to her on the phone for like 3 hours. That was a real experience. Rob Newman, my wife, is from Tarimoro, Guanajuato. Maybe a place for you to visit. Also, have you ever been to Oaxaca? No, I haven't been to Oaxaca. I'm still messing up the name, but that is on my list. Let me take a screenshot of that. Tarimoro, Guanajuato, maybe a place to check out. Okay, I just took a screenshot of that. Maybe I'll make a visit. This week, several European nations, primarily in Nordic and Baltic regions, issued formal instructions for their citizens to prepare for the possibility of war or major crisis. World War III. Yes, we have Donald Trump he's getting older every day. God bless him, but the man got to go. He's talking about invading Greenland. He wants to invade Greenland. He bombed Nigeria this week. He's talking about invading Europe. No, I don't know what kind of drugs. He doesn't drink, but he got to be on some serious ass drugs. That's all I can say. Now, good morning, Lenora Wilson. Great to see you here. Helen in the house. You like that hat? Yeah, I think I'm going to keep on wearing it like all year. It just gets me in the groove. And we got Justin in Iowa. Thank you, Justin, so much for contributing to the channel. I hope you and your loved ones had a happy holiday. Thanks for helping us have fun so that we can travel and keep on doing what we do. Thank you so much, Justin. Okay, now let's see. Okay, here we go. I've read glowing description of San Cristobal's de las Casas in Oaxaca. Have you been there? No, I haven't. It's pretty in a coffee growing regions. Wherever they grow coffee, I am on it. Yeah, I'm going to put up a video within the next few days about a coffee region. It's the cities are called Colima and Comala. I'll put those up in a couple of days. And again, if you're new here, ask any questions. I don't know. There's a lot that I don't know about Mexico, but we have people, very knowledgeable people here in the house. Many times, people say, have you been here? Have you been there? A lot of places. I have been a lot of places. And in preparing to go live today, I wrote down the videos that I had made this year. Here you go. I got the names of the cities, the names of the date that I was there. Ends up, I've been to more than 30 cities this year. That's about one every other week. So I stay out on the road, making videos for you guys. Oh, okay. Venezuela had 3 oil tanker ships taken by the USA, which is also building tensions with the nations that buy Venezuela oil in Europe. Yeah, and then Mr. Trump is bombing little fishing boats in Venezuela because he says they're bringing drugs to the United States. I mean, I've seen the fishing boats on TV. They look like rowboats, and they're 1,200 miles away from the United States. But Trump suspects that they're going to row the little boats 1,200 miles and sell somebody a couple of grams of cocaine. But he just, pardoned the biggest cocaine dealer in history. Well, the old president of Honduras, who sent like 500 tons of cocaine in the United States, the biggest cocaine shipment in history, but he got pardoned. Birds of a feather stick together, they say. All right. Okay, now here we go. So let's get on the road. Let's do some traveling. I'm going to share with you one by one my 10 most favorite cities that I have visited this year. Let's see now. Oh, and we're going to start with this one right here. Zihuatanejo. This, if you're visiting Morelia or if you live in Morelia, this is you can get a direct bus there. It's a 4-hour bus ride. I think I went there on Primera Plus. And it's like a 4-hour direct bus ride. The last 2 hours on the way to Zihuatanejo is just freaking beautiful. You're going through mountains and lakes. It is an awesome bus trip. And let's see here. Here we go. Here it is, right here. I'm walking out of my hotel. I think the name of the hotel was the Zihuatanejo Hotel. It was crap. Don't stay where I stayed. Get an Airbnb. There's the full video lists the name of a guy that took me all over town. This was in February, and it was a little hot and humid in February, but I loved this El Centro environment. Lots of cafes, lots of places to eat, music. They have a lot of live music in the evenings. There were a lot of Americans and Canadians and even South Africans there. Lots. I call these junk shops. That's what I call them. Junk shops. You can buy, who would buy any of that stuff? Like, it's all junk, and it's expensive junk. But it's a part of the tourist experience. But this is, let me show you the map again. Let me go up here. Here is the map. But it was inexpensive. And this, I'm going to say this is about, Zihuatanejo is about a 10-minute drive from Ixtapa, which is a total tourist town with exquisite resorts. So it's almost like when you go to Puerto Vallarta, you can stay at one of the resorts right outside of town, but why go to Mexico? But Zihuatanejo, right on the ocean, most people have not heard about it. So because people have not heard about it, that makes it a great place to go. Here's the ocean, lots of pelicans flying around, great rock formations in the ocean, lots of boating. My neighbor, I think he's the only other American living. Look at the pelicans. You see those splashes? That's the pelicans diving for fish. But my neighbor from the state of Washington, a white dude, lives next door. He went down there and he got on a fishing boat and caught a tuna. Yep. And he has 3 young children and a beautiful wife. And he came back and filled me in. But though I go to many cities that kind of look like this, you can see that these small streets don't look as historical as a Morelia, as a Mazatlan, as a Querétaro. But it was just an enchanting trip. I totally enjoyed myself, and you have a mixture of age groups there. Look at the young couple. You can see how in love they are. They must be on a honeymoon, came down to Mexico to get some sun, go down to the beach and enjoy and get lost and enjoy some fine Mexican food. Look at this. This is the beach. I bet you could buy a house there very affordably. I bet rent there is extremely affordable. But this is one of those cities. This is one of those cities where it's going to be hot as hell in the summertime. It was humid in February. That is my number 10 choice. That's my number 10 on my list of my top visits in Mexico. Let's go back to comments over here real quick. See what be happening. Brian, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Mr. Maiden, Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, for doing some advertising for me. And if you liked content, we've been doing this every Saturday for about 3.5 years. So click the subscribe button or click the join button. Sure, why not? While you're here, while you're here, just checking out what's going on. Let's go to my next city. My next city was this city right here, Salvatierra. I'm going to say this must be about an 1.5-hour bus ride from Morelia. This was a very surprising city. And well, how do I find the cities that I'm going to visit? I go to the map. I look at the population. Where is it located? How am I going to get there? And then I go there and I visit. And Salvatierra, I'd never heard of the city before. I didn't know anything, but I saw it on the map. And if it's in big letters on the map, then I say, well, maybe it's worth a visit. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Here we go right here. I stayed at a lovely hotel, and I found this hotel by accident. The people that owned the hotel were extremely friendly. It was right next. In fact, this hotel was right on El Centro. Extremely comfortable. I was on the plaza of Salvatierra, and it was it's a big cattle town. Here is the plaza. I tell you, there are so many great places to live in Mexico. This is one of them. I think the population's about about 100,000 people. There's standing away from the plaza. The people at my hotel were extremely friendly and helpful. And I love visiting Mexico because everywhere I go, they have these arched, historic walkways that you can just sit there and eat tacos and people watch and enjoy the great weather. Yeah, here you go. And I like. There's a Uh, there's the Farmacia Similares, lo mismo para más barato, which means the same drugs but cheaper, and those are all over Mexico. With Dr. Simi, their logo, man. This and they had so many plazas in this city. This is off of the one of the plazas. And in Mexico, people in I'm out walking around here. It's probably like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. So there aren't a lot of people there. And they have a famous bridge. They have a famous bridge here. And this bridge was famous because of the war. Right where those cars are heading, there's a major river there. So they built this bridge so that they could protect their city. And there were young lovers under the arches making out like mad. I had to cover my eyes and walk away. Yes, love is huge in Mexico. Yeah. Salvatierra. Before we check messages again, let's check. Let's take a look at the map for our next city. Oh, okay. Now this next city, Jiquilpan. This was a beautiful city, a total surprise. I could live in the city I'm about to share with you right now. A total surprise. I've been to Zamora. I've been to Cotija, but Jiquilpan was a total surprise. So let's just take a brief peek at this city. Let me find it. Where I'm lost. I'm lost in video land. Where here we go. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's the hotel I stayed in right there. Yep. Okay. That's the hotel I stayed in. And if you watch the video for most of these cities, if you write down the name of the city and then you just write down the name of the city and then type in Bill the Geek, it'll show up in YouTube. That was a fabulous, wonderful hotel right on the edge of town, about 5 blocks from the plaza. And there was a bridge from the hotel to the plaza. The street was flat, or the town was flat, with flat cobblestone streets. The people in the hotel room next to me were from San Francisco, and they were about like my age. They had a great time. They spent a week here out whining and dining and going to bars and having a good time. And if you are look at the ramp there for the handicapped right there. Great place if you are impaired by walking or you need a wheelchair. The very, very handicapped friendly. Many plazas in this town. And then I didn't see any big box stores, but they had a market, within 4 blocks of my hotel room. Fabulous. I fell in love with this place. This is like 5 blocks from my hotel room. So I bought some fresh pork. I bought a half of a cow. I bought some pork chops, some hamburger. I bought all kinds of stuff because they had a grill at the hotel. I bought some of them desserts. I was chowing down, having a great time. And before I went back to my hotel with all that meat and vegetables and stuff, I sat out here and I ordered a pizza. Yeah, I ordered a pizza out here. I picked up a couple of women. I took the women back to my hotel. We had a big cookout and we just all sat there. We drank some beer, ate some meat, and we talked about the joys of living in Mexico. That's what we did. The joys of living in Mexico. And look at how look, I'm the only black guy. I'm like 5'11". I'm black. Nobody's looking at me. I'm just using my regular camera right here. Nobody's looking at me. Nobody cares who I am because I'm just another wonderful person on the planet. And throughout all of these videos, you'll see that people just allow me to be who I am wherever I go. That's another one of the joys of living in Mexico. David, I'm drinking coffee grown in the mountains of Chiapas, Mexico, near Guatemala. Very right on, dude. Drink on, tilt that cup, get that buzz going. AB1 Canales. Expata my balls. Expata my balls. Okay, yes. Adios, amigo. Now, what do you have to say now? Expats is a white term. You should be ashamed of yourself for using that ugly word. Oh, thank you for your correction, but I'm Bill the Geek on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. I only share love and joy. And the words I use, I'll keep on using them. How you like that? And with that, yeah, there we go. There you go. Adios, amigo. That's so much fun clicking that button. That's funny. Now, okay, so let's go back. We got our next place. My dentist told me about this place because I've been to the dentist a lot in the last year and a half. Getting root canals and implants and stuff like that. I got a whole brand new mouth almost. So at some time in 2025, my dentist told me, go to Zamora. And I'm putting up a video about my dentist here, I think this week. He says, go to Zamora. So, okay, so I went to Zamora. I didn't know what to expect. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh, okay. So let's visit Zamora. Another place that when you guys donate to the channel, this is what I do with your donation. I get on a bus. Gus. I make new plans. Sam, I get on the bus. And so here is Zamora. This is the view from my hotel. I got lucky with this hotel. It was right off of the plaza, very affordable. And Zamora was a very nice place. Another place that I could live in. Mexico is fabulous. They're so I mean, I fall in love with all of these places. Okay, very historic. You have it was very flat. I think the streets were flat. It's a very flat town. This is probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see people just walking around. I didn't see any expats. I'm sure there are some there. But People just leisurely walking around the town. This is probably a Tuesday or Wednesday at about 12:30 in the afternoon. Again, right next to the plaza, you see the traditional arched walkways with families, little kids, people much younger than me, college students, people my age, people older than me, just walking around this historic environment. And I'm going to say this place, Zamora, probably has perfect weather year round. And they had a very sophisticated mall in the plaza. Right next to the plaza, there was a mall, and you can walk up those steps and have some coffee and have a very good view of the plaza and the lovely cathedral right there. This is Zamora, Mexico. Beautiful small streets with no traffic. I love the cities where they have closed off cars so that people can just walk around and enjoy the city. Okay, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to play it again for a reason. Okay, now on the right hand side, it's hard after this tree. You got to look fast, but the name of that store is I think it's Paracina. There you go. Paracina. That Paracina is all over Mexico. And what it is, it's a fabric shop. So my mother used to sew, with sewing machine. She'd make me clothes. She made me a suit in her sewing machine. But I used to go with her to the fabric shop so she could get fabric. But those kind of places, there aren't a ton of them. They're in every city, but you got to find them. You got to know what the name of it is. So if you're into fabric, if you're into sewing, you want to find Paracina. And I think in this city, I needed a needle and thread to sew up my travel bag. And I went up, so I have all this fabric there, and they have 2 floors. So so I get out my cell phone and I go to Google and I do a search for pictures of a needle. So I had a picture of a needle, showed it to some lady. She didn't even work there. She says, "Oh, come with me. They're upstairs." We go upstairs, and plus my eyes aren't that good, so when you go to put the thread in the needle in that little teeny tiny hole, I mean, why they got to make them holes so teeny tiny? Who can do that? So she found me a needle that had a big old hole. I tell you what, man, the needle looked like this, right? You see that hole up here in this thumb drive? The needle, the hole in the needle was about that big. I can put thread in that. So I found that, and they were 22 a pack, and I got a bunch of thread. I was good to go. But if you're into fabric, something to know in Mexico is the name Paracina. They're all over Mexico. So we're still in Zamora, I think. Yep. Traffic. Taxis. I bet they don't have Uber here. I bet they don't. But yeah, man, Mexico, there are so many places to live in Mexico where you can get away from bad weather. You can get away from the hustle and bustle. You can take wonderful little train rides like this. I got a 12-pack of beer. I got some fried chicken, and I just rode around in the plaza with that little girl for about 4 hours. We were telling each other jokes. She ate some of my fried chicken. I didn't give her no beer. I didn't give the little girl no beer, but we did have fun telling jokes, enjoying the joys of living in Mexico. So let me make a note that we just stopped in Zamora here. So thus far, I have some more video clips to share with you. So we started out this morning. We visited Zihuatanejo down on the southern coast of Mexico. It's a beach town, but most people don't know about it. So it's going to be cheaper than Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, Malake, and it was sophisticated. I did like it. Then on our trip this morning, we went to Salvatierra, and all of these cities, you can just go to YouTube, type in Salvatierra, Build a Geek, and that video will come up. Then we went to Jiquilpan, another beautiful city. And the last city we stopped in was Zamora. And that's 4 cities. Let's visit city number 5. This city was shocking. Tequisquiapan, Tequisquiapan. Yeah, learn how to say that. And you can see, it's a little east of Querétaro. And I'm going to say it must have been about a 2.5-hour bus ride, but the city was beautiful. I was totally shocked. Let's take a peek at this city, because I really liked it. These cities, I just go to these places and I get shocked. Okay, I'm a little lost in my computer, but I think this is where we're going to start. There we go. This was really shocking. My hotel was right on the plaza. There you go. Okay, now I'm going to play this clip again because this was, let me make a note here. Let me make a note here. 7, walk outside. This hotel was a shocker because I took the bus there. It took like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get there. So I get to the bus station and I hadn't picked out a hotel yet, which usually I do that ahead of time. So no, I was on the bus. I found a place to stay. I saw it was right on the plaza. So I had the name written down. When I'm on the bus, 2 things I write down before I get on the bus. I write down the name of the city I'm going to. That's how I get my bus ticket. I show them my pad. I want to go here. And then once I get there, I get off the bus. I find a taxi driver and I say, I want to go to this hotel. And I have the name of the hotel written down and all of that. Okay. So the taxi driver takes me somewhere. I says, is this far? Is this very far? He says, no, it's right next to El Centro. It's like 8 minutes away. Okay. So the guy, we're going through El Centro with these little historic streets. And then he pulls into this alley. And the alley had these big brick walls and this one little door. And he backs in there. And I said, oh, no, I'm going to get kidnapped now. I'm getting ready to get kidnapped, something going down. How can this be my hotel? So he backs in. We go to the little door. We ring the bell. And some lady comes to the door and opens the door. It ends up that door was the back entrance to this place. that was the back entrance. There is no front entrance you can get into by car because the hotel is right on the plaza. And if I'm not mistaken, my memory tells me that the name of the place was the Plaza Hotel. And it was wonderful. The rooms were very clean, but they didn't have big windows. And they didn't have patios. They had a swimming pool, but the windows weren't very big, no patios. But I would strongly suggest a 3-night visit to this city. And I would stay at that hotel. The rooms were fabulous. I mean, the beds were extremely comfortable. And I mean, they were, the rooms were decked out. I just didn't like not having the window situation. I like a balcony, but there's little, it had a restaurant. I'd put this, what I'm showing you now, out of the 30 or more cities I visited in 2025, I'm showing you the top 10. Look at these little streets with no cars. People just walking around. You can stop there on those chairs over there, get something to eat. Would just sit there and people watch. Another thing, unlike some cities where there are a lot of expats, I don't remember seeing any expats. No, I did see expats, yeah, especially in right around this little area right here. This is, I'm going to go in here and get a torta, and let's watch them make the torta. Look at this lady right there. She's the reason I went in there, because she was in there. She waited like 10 minutes. I was watching her. She was just sitting there waiting. I said, boy, she must be waiting on something good. This had to be one of the most spectacular tortas I've had in Mexico. I mean, it was fabulous. I mean, it had all the regular torta stuff, but it was greasy. It was like a greasy Greek pizza. You know how good that is when you eat a really good Greek pizza that's greasy, made by a Greek family. It was like that. And then they had other little shops like this one, cheese shops. All these little cheese shops and torta making people. They had a meat shop right about 4 blocks from my town, and from memory, I think the name of it was the Plaza Hotel. Yes. Okay, now hold on a second. Let me get my bearings here. Before we go to the next place. Many times, not all of the time, but if you're in Morelia, you head due south. If you're in Morelia, head due north. There are beautiful views on the freeways. But if you head east or west on the bus from Morelia, the views are quite, I'm going to say, boring. Flat land. You know, I mean, it's cool, but it's like driving through Indiana. There's nothing more boring than driving through Indiana. It's all flat and nothing to see. Okay, now let me see where I am. Okay, I'm going. Okay, I got to write down where I am. Let's see where our next stop is. So that's our 5th city. I got 5 more cities to share with you. Okay, here we go. This next city is Dolores Hidalgo. And this was another city that my dentist told me to visit. And I was a little disappointed because I think right before I went there, I went here. And this city was a total delight. The bus ride wasn't that magnificent, but once I got off the bus and into the plaza, I was so happy to be there, so happy to see it. It was beautiful. But when I got to Dolores Hidalgo, I was a little bit, I was a little disappointed. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. So let's scroll down and take a look at what it was like. Here we go. Here we go. You see the historical. This is right when I got off the bus in Dolores Hidalgo. This was a trip. I'm going to stop that video. It was. I never seen anything like this. It was like the bus station is kind of like in the market. It was very busy. You go out of the bus station and you're right in a big section of town. All these people walking around. Here we go. I mean, this is right outside the bus station. It was like, it seemed to me 1,000 people out there. And I'd never seen in a smaller town a Burger King, like right outside of the bus station, almost across the street from the market. This was, that was an experience. And I walked around the street, but then I got away from the market area. And then I started seeing these little streets like this. I love these little streets with no cars. You'll see cars on the sidewalk, but I think those are people making deliveries. But I love walking around and seeing little streets like that. The big plaza, the big giant plaza out here. And of course, the name of the city is Hidalgo. And if I'm not mistaken, this bell right here is the bell that Miguel Hidalgo rang during the War of Independence. And correct me if I am wrong on that. I went into the market, and always go into the market to eat food. Almost every city has the main market. They have a bunch of places to eat like this. And just, kind of look around, see what other people are eating if you don't know what they're eating. But if they're smiling while they're eating, or if they're eating and they never look up, that's a good sign. Tell the people you want what they are having. And I had this taco. This was, that's my phone over there. You can see it's bigger than my phone. That is the most delicious taco I've had in Mexico. The tortilla was crispy, and I think I had pork in there with some kind of cheese and lettuce and something else. Man, I could hardly finish it. It was delicious. I've never seen anything like that in Morelia. Man, I could eat that for the rest of my life. Oh, it was awesome. So this city is Dolores Hidalgo. Here is the plaza, and I could live here. Look at all these nice flat streets, the beautiful plaza, places to eat, places to shop. Let's see, where am I? Yeah. It was very pretty, and all of the places that I am sharing with you right now, they all have year-round beautiful weather, underground parking in this situation. Okay, I think I changed cities. I'm in the wrong city. Okay. Okay, so let's stop here. Okay, that was not Dolores Hidalgo. Okay, let me figure out where I am here. I got to make a little note here. So we're going to go to comments here now, and then we'll come back to our next city here shortly. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm backing up here. Here we go. Buck stops here. In my opinion, the beach towns in Baja California, Norte y Sur, facing the Pacific Ocean. Cool temps all year, no humidity, nice cool breeze. Other beach towns I've been to in Mexico are extremely hot. Baja California. I've never been there. So thanks for that tip. Hi, Buck. I understand Baja California gets 80s and 90s June through August on the Pacific side. Is this just the southern part? I would love to visit there, but cannot tolerate the heat. Okay. Mr. Idioto, immigrants in Mexico. Okie dokie, all in caps. Yay! Beach towns. Always a nice cool breeze. I've been there many times. Coolest beach towns in Mexico from my experience. And I just got a question about that this week. Somebody said, well, are there beach towns that are cool? It sounds like that's what they're talking about. And here we go. Yes, there we go. Now, I think Baja would be a nice place to live from the videos I have seen. Yeah, we have a subscriber. Her name is She shows up. She's Canadian. I met her in Mazatlan. Did an interview with her. And she lived in Baja California. I forget, but it was on the southern tip. And she said, and we talked regularly. She said that it was hot and humid as hell. And her city was kind of near Baja. I'd have to look at the map. Oh, and in PayPal, right on. Someone, Alita Gardner, thank you very much for just donating to the channel. Alita Gardner, God bless you on your generous gift. She clicked my donate button and made an extremely generous gift to the channel so I can make more trips like the ones. God bless you, girl. That was very generous of you. God bless you, and thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Sammy, I am a proud immigrant in Mexico. Mexico is my heaven on earth since I don't believe in any other heaven. I am delighted to be here and is so grateful to be a residente permanente in Mexico. And for you single guys out there, I'm going to tell you, man, I think I'm going to do a video on it. It costs a lot of money to get residency in Mexico, whether it's a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, or permanent visa. So when you meet a woman in Mexico, what you need to do, fellas, is say, what kind of visa you got? You know, and if they say they got a permanent visas, these girls got money. You hear what I'm saying? Hook up with them, marry them, see if they'll buy you a car and a house. And Tooth Fairy, that's why I'm gonna be calling you this afternoon. Okay. Maybe you could get past a series of your favorite good weather cities with closed off walkable streets or district. That'd be pretty special. Maybe you could post a series. Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Steve in Kansas City. Buck stops here. Bill, I have this in common. We don't prefer living in places that are extremely hot. Yeah, man. Why do that? No, I tell you what, man. I was in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years, loved it for 10 years, but that summer stuff was hot. Mazatlan, 2 years. I loved it in the winter, but that summertime stuff is just unbearable. No, no, no. Was the Plaza Hotel? The Plaza Hotel was in Tequisquiapan. That's where it was. That's where it was. Tequisquiapan. That is where the Plaza Hotel was. Yes. Where I stayed in Zihuatanejo, I think it was called the Hotel Zihuatanejo. And it was only like $25 a month, but it was nasty. It was clean, but it was nasty. And they had a sign in the room that said, pretty much the sign said, lock up, leave all your expensive stuff down at the front desk. And so whenever I got computers and cameras and stuff, drones in the room, I was nervous to leave the room. So don't stay in that place. But if you watch the video, I had a guide. His name was Tony. And in the video, it gives his contact information. So if you're going to visit Zihuatanejo, check out the video, find Tony's contact information, contact him, ask him where to stay, and also ask him for a tour. He charged me $20 an hour for a tour. Well worth it. And he speaks total English. Wonderful man. He's from, I forget where he's from, but he's lived in Zihuatanejo for many years, and his son is a law student here in Morelia. Very good. Can't wait to see these videos. Damn that. Oh, Buck. Woo. Yeah, watch the video on that, Buck, because I don't remember. I generally don't eat pork. I'm going to say out of 365 days out of the year, I eat pork maybe 2 times a year. Okay. But I was in there, I was looking at all that greasy food. I said, yeah, come on, let's get greasy. So I did it. But I could have had that in pork, beef, or chicken. Yeah. Late, but hola, my fellow Buckeye. Go Bucks. Yeah. Yahoo. I would not want to be in Cabo. Too hot. Morelia is still my fab, and it is near so many places. And I'm going to agree with you. I mean, everybody likes what they like. People like what they like. They like who they like, what they like, that whole deal. But I'm going to stay here in Morelia in case. I loved Querétaro. I loved Toluca. All these cities that you're seeing now, I love them all. So let's just see what happens here. Yeah, okay. My computer froze up and freaked me out. What? For your information, the word expat is a word shortened from the word expatriate. Bill is a highly educated dude. He doesn't make up words. Your your vocabulary is simply limited. I didn't say it. Buck said it. Right on, Buck. Oh, that's woohoo! Yay, Sammy! Yeah, people laughing out loud and stuff. Woo! Isn't Tequila known as a wine and cheese specialty area? Yes, they had some fabulous cheese shops. I was walking around. It was wonderful. I love Mexican food, but sometimes want a good steak. I don't do steak. I'm not against steak. I'm not against steak at all. I eat meat. I eat ground beef about every day. Sorry, Sammy, but I eat ground beef about every day. But a steak is just a bit too much meat for me. Merry Christmas, Bill. I would love to see Morelia. I am in Iowa, chilling too much. Yeah, come on down. I love Morelia, and also Morelia is very affordable. I'd like to live in Guanajuato. I checked the prices out, and when I say I check the prices out, I go to ChatGPT and I say, okay, how much for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in Morelia? And ChatGPT comes back with the information, and they'll show me examples. And so I compared 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, fully furnished in Morelia, and I compared that to Guanajuato because I like Guanajuato, but Guanajuato was more expensive compared from what ChatGPT was saying. So, and Morelia is way more affordable, cheap than Mazatlan, and cooler. Brian Jordan, any places you've been to offer chicken? I don't know what you mean. Any places you've been to offer chicken? There's chicken everywhere down here. Yeah, chicken everywhere. And in downtown Morelia, a block away from the main plaza, they have a KFC. And in fact, pretty much next door, kinda, to La Comer, they have a KFC there. And I'm dying to go in there and get me some Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I can't do it because I heard that 2 of the worst things that you can eat for your health is French fries and fried chicken. And I love fried chicken. All that greasy, crusty stuff around the chicken. Yum, yum. But I want it. I want some spare ribs. I can go to La Comer. They have spare ribs in there every day. But I just know I can't do it. No. Heart attack. Sammy, notice nobody yells and screams here. Yeah. I've been living in Morelia for almost 2 years. I never saw anyone cursing, yelling, and fighting each other. The establishments here are conducted very professional. Yeah, I got to agree with you on that. I love ground beef too. Yeah, I eat ground beef. I don't eat it all by itself. I have this special mix that works for my system pretty much every day. Okay, I'm boring, but you know what works for my digestive system? I eat these dark kidney beans mixed with ragu spaghetti sauce and some ground beef and some hot sauce. And that keeps me very regular and energetic. And pretty much that's what I eat every day. That's it. It's very boring, but it's very tasty. And I tell you what, it's very keep you very regular. Now, yes, I agree. Prefer living in cooler temperatures year round. I live in Colorado Springs, USA. The temp is currently 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Therefore, Morelia is on my bucket list. Thank you, Buck. Here in Ajijic, the Mexican food is mostly beef and pork. Oh, chicken tacos and other food. Oh, yeah, they got chicken. Chicken is everywhere. In this region, chicken is everywhere. Now, if you go to Chapala, if you know where Soriana is, right across the street from Soriana, if I'm not mistaken, there's a restaurant. There's a restaurant right across the street from Soriana, has a big parking lot. I forget the name of it, but they make rotisserie chicken, and it's very good. That's in Chapala, about 10 minutes away from Ajijic. What do they have there? And their potato salad is to die for. I forget the name of that restaurant. Let's go hit. I got 4 more of my top favorite cities to hit here. These are my favorite. Where I'm scrolling the wrong way. I'm clicking the wrong buttons here. Okay, now. Okay, that's it. What is the next city? Okay. Yeah, okay. I got a lot of stuff going on here on the computer. Where were we? Went there. We went there. Okay. This next city was a totally surprise city for me. I had no clue what was going to be there. I decided to go. It's a large city. I think the city has more than 500,000 people there. Again, Morelia has 1 million. Puerto Vallarta has about 4,000 or 5,000 people. Even Mazatlan is not that big of a city. I think around 600,000. I may be off a few 100,000, but this city right here, Irapuato. This is, I'm going to say, about a 3-hour and 20-minute bus ride directly north of Morelia. And look at all those cities around it. Querétaro is kind of around it. It's kind of close to San Miguel Allende, kind of close to Guanajuato, kind of close to León. I'm going to say this is probably 3.5 hours from Guadalajara, and look at the big letters, Irapuato, on the map. Nobody had ever talked about it with me, but I kept seeing it on the map. So I said, okay, I'm going to Irapuato. And this is my 6th city after this. This may be my 7th city. I forget. But we only have 3 more cities to visit after this one. Let's visit Irapuato. Irapuato was quite shocking. In a good way. Here we go, right here. This is Irapuato. Yep. This is where they had many plazas, many wide open streetways like this. It was, I could definitely live in this city. They have universities there, industry there, distribution centers, manufacturing, all age groups of cities. I bet they have Uber and Didi there. I would say this city, watch this friendly lady. You're going to see her. Hi, peace, brother. Right on, peace, brother. Take your pictures. People were friendly like that. And How can you not like friendliness like that? Lots. They had many plazas. I was walking down this way with my camera, and I sat down on that little bench over there on the right hand side, and this guy my age, Mexican guy, came over and sat next to me and talked to me, told me about the city, welcomed me to the city. It was fabulous. This place stopped here, got me a rotisserie chicken. Yum, yum. Here's some chicken for you, Brian. Here's some chicken for you right here in Irapuato. Yes. Yum, yum, yum. And I think maybe they were doing rotisserie turkey legs here also. Yum, yum, yum. And then street food. Street food. Yeah. Now this is like real Mexican tacos. Looky here, people chowing down. With all the fixins. I had like 10 of them tacos with my rotisserie chicken. About a bottle of Boone's Farm apple wine, just sat there on one of them little iron benches. It was just a funky good time. And then that wasn't enough. The Boone's Farm apple wine just said, get some Chinese food. So you know me and Chinese food, I had to get me some of that. And it was delicious, as my grandmother Coronetta would say. Delicious. I would say the prices here, as far as rental or to purchase a home, I'm going to say it would be lower. I'm going to say it would be lower than most of your cities that you have heard of. Yep. There you go. Yeah, and it's a historical city with lots of things to do, lots of things to see. I'm hoping I didn't go too far here. Yes. I think I may have gone a city too far, but we will find out here in a second. Okay. Let me see. Hold on a second here. Yeah. Okay. I hope I didn't go too far. I hope I'm not in the wrong city. I only have a few. Again, let me make a note here. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got a little lost here. Yeah. Where is it? I hope this is the right. We did that. Let's turn that off. And you guys have to remember this dog. Yes, there you go. Who trained this dog? And he's trying to support his channel right there. He's got his little donate can, just like me. Support the channel. Support the channel. Get me some help me out. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to check messages here in a second. And I hope I'm for the last 3 cities. Maybe I should go backwards from here. Let's check this out. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then just the nice. One thing you can expect in almost all Mexico major cities, even the smaller ones, are these beautiful arched walkways with shops and places to eat. But I would say this is definitely worth a visit. Okay, so we already have 3 more cities to visit. And I got to take a note here where I am. Let me write that down. Where am I so I don't get lost with you? Let's see. We're going to go to comments here in a second. So that city was Irapuato. I liked it. I could live there. It's close to Guanajuato, San Miguel de Allende, Leon. There's an international airport in Leon. I liked it. And we started off visiting Zihuatanejo, a beach town, affordable on the southern coast of Mexico, very affordable beach town right next to Ixtapa. Then we visited Salvatierra. These are my top 10 cities I have visited this year. I loved Salvatierra. Also on my top 10 city list is Jiquilpan. I loved that city. Zamora was fabulous. I could live in that city. Tequisquiapan, beautiful city. I could live in that city. Dolores Hidalgo, beautiful city. It didn't float my boat. It didn't really float my boat, but it's on my top 10 list. And we just visited Irapuato. Okay, so then now we're going to go to messages, and we have 3 more cities to visit on our 2025 top 10 cities that have been visited by Bill the Geek. And again, there are so many wonderful places in Mexico I haven't even heard of yet. You know, I just see places on the map. I say, I got to go. I'm going to go. I don't know what it's like, but I'm going there. It's going to be safe. I'm going to eat some good food. Give me some Boone's Farm, apple wine. I'll be good to go. Now, what's happening in comment land over here? Here we go. Okay. You're welcome, Brian Jordan. Sammy. It is not that the person don't know that the word is short for expatriate. It's just American believe that they're too good to be called immigrants. That's funny. That's funny, Sammy. But they are always calling non-whites immigrants. Yeah, man. Yeah. There's some really good YouTube videos on Donald Trump's great grandfather and his father. Very interesting histories. Donald Trump is an immigrant. Okay. I mean, everybody in the United States is an immigrant, except for black people that got chained up. They're prisoners. they were brought here as prisoners, and the only other prisoners are the Native American that are locked up on U.S. reservations. Everybody else in the United States is an immigrant. Whatever. Okay, now. Okay. Do most of the taco stands have tomatoes and lettuce available as toppings? For sure. On the lettuce side, I'm going to say, I'm not sure. Some do, some don't. But when you buy tacos on the street, they're always going to have tomatoes, chopped up onions. I'm going to say those are going to be for sure. Lettuce, not so for sure. Okay, that's all that comes to mind right now. As far as meat, I eat chicken, freshwater fish, and lamb on certain holidays like Easter. And I love some freshwater fish and chicken, and rack of lamb is my favorite. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, but that food bill's around is around. Look, so damn good. I think I'm at I think a at person trapped in a swimmer's body. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, look at that food. Yum, yum. How much is a whole cooked rotisserie chicken? I thought I saw a half was 200 pesos. Oh, okay, that's about right. Okay, okay. Um, I'm thinking I'm thinking you should be able to get a rotisserie chicken for about 120 pesos. That would be a good price. 120 to 140 pesos for a rotisserie chicken, and that's going to be between $6 and $7. That's what I'm going to say, talking out my butt. Now, did you Giant Taco have a giant scoop of guacamole on it as a topping? No, it did not. Was that just my imagination? No, that was not guacamole on top of that taco. It was lettuce. Okay. I love that dog. And Reggie Meggs, who couldn't join us last week for the Christmas broadcast, has joined us today. Again, donating to the channel. Thank you so much, Reggie, for donating. Ola Bill, I just got, but wanted to say I hope you had a Merry Christmas and wishing you a prosperous New Year. Reggie Meggs, thank you so much for joining us, donating to the channel, and sharing love and joy to everybody in the group. Thank you so much, Reggie. Brian Jordan, here we find grilled onions and radishes served with tacos. Yeah, okay, whatever. I wonder if it is okay to bring arugula to add to my street food. Yeah, why not? Probably. No, you can bring anything you want. Bring anything you want. Nobody gets upset. You can bring your own like alcoholic beverages wherever you want. Bring what you can have your Hunt's barbecue sauce with you. They don't get upset. Mexicans are cool. Just bring your own soy sauce, whatever. Yeah. Happy holidays, y'all. Happy holidays to you. Morelia by June. Okay, I have 3 more cities to visit here. Let's see now. Okay, 3 more cities to visit. Our next city was also a surprise to me. Celaya. And I'm going to say this is about a 2-hour it's about a 2.5-hour bus ride from Morelia. The strange thing about Celaya is that you can get a Premier Plus bus leaving Morelia every hour on the hour, which is that's rare. So there's something about Celaya that is very popular. And if you get there from Morelia, going back to Morelia from Celaya, there's a Premier Plus bus going every hour, and those are direct buses. They don't stop. I think they make one stop between those 2 cities in that 3 hours and 20 minutes. So that made this city very easy to travel to. When I went there, I wanted to get on the 6 a.m. bus, but I've been riding buses in Mexico for almost 21 years now. And for the first time, Primera Plus, their computer system went out. Nobody could get on the bus. So I had to get on another bus line and leave at 7 a.m. But whatever. Let's see some videos from Celaya. I could live in Celaya in a heartbeat. And after this, we only have 2 more cities to go. Let's scroll down here. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Maybe I messed up. You know what? I think I did mess up. Hold on. Okay, I think that our next city, I think this dog here was in Celaya. Yeah. The dog was in Celaya, and these arches are in Celaya. I would say this city is definitely worth a 2-night for sure, or a 3-night visit. Okay, let me turn that off. And we only have 2 more cities to go. Those last videos were from Celaya. The next city, this is my choice number 2 of this year, is the city of Toluca. It's due east of Morelia. I think it was about a 3.5-hour bus ride. This is my number. I did a video on this. I may have done 2 videos on Toluca. Toluca blew me away. Okay, I'm from Ohio. I can get easily blown away. I would say that Toluca is definitely worth a 3-night stay. And from what people tell me, you can take a train from Mexico City into the city of Toluca. This city totally blew me away. For me, it was awesome. Okay, here we go. So here I am. I think I'm waiting on the bus here. I think that's the bus in Morelia, waiting to go to Toluca. You can see it's dark outside. That's when you guys donate to the channel. I'm out here there you go, Toluca. That's where I'm going. I'm going to play that video again because this bus line, you're going to see the name of it here in a second on the front of the bus. But they have double-decker buses. So you want to find this bus line, see when they travel, and see if you can get the front seat. Autovías, double-decker buses, very clean. They have bathrooms that are nice and clean. Double-deckers, you can get a front row seat. And it's like when you go somewhere, it's like going to the movies. You get to see all the scenery, see what's going on. Toluca blew me away. I loved Toluca. These white arches you see there, it's I'm going to say this archway, it's a whole square, but it's almost like they go for 3 blocks. I got to play that again. There's the regular street. Then there's a little side street that's actually a walkway, but then you have this huge market. And in there, they have other plazas in there. It's like 3 blocks by 3 blocks of these white arches. It's fabulous. It was incredible. And this town had so many plazas. Awesome. And I'm walking around with my camera, and look at how nobody's looking at me. They don't care. Nobody's looking at me. I'm just out there with my camera taking pictures of their city. Uh-oh. Ho Yun Lai, whatever. It's another when I see Chinese, when I see the Chinese food, it just sucks me right in. Sucks me right in. I gotta have it. Gotta have it. Love me some Chinese food. And they had all kinds of live entertainment. This is around, I think this is maybe a Tuesday. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. People playing music. And now this guy's dancing, but he's dancing to like Fred Astaire big band music. I mean, that was a throwback for me. I would have put the music in here, but I'm sure it was copyright. He's dancing like Fred Astaire. This is a Tuesday at like 1 o'clock. Look at all the people just enjoying life. This is the fabulous city of Toluca. I could live here for sure. Yeah. Oh, now this is another plaza. This is another plaza about 2 blocks from what you just saw with the man dancing. All of these different places to eat with totally different restaurants. I could just go down there, sit at one of these restaurants, eat taco after taco, and just enjoy life to death. And that's my last video of Toluca. But before we leave our Toluca views, I got to play the dancing man again. He was doing it, checking him out. He's dancing to American music that's like 60 years old. It was like Fred Astaire music or something like that. For those of you that remember Fred Astaire, look at his suit. He's got the mustache. Yes, that was Toluca. We have one more stop now. Now we're going to go to my #1 trip this year, a place that I could, let's look at Toluca on the map again. There's Toluca right there. It's, I'd say you could probably spend a week there, but I would say 3 nights would be enough to see the city. Maybe 4 nights would be better. And here is my final city. We're going to visit my final city now of the year, Querétaro. Querétaro is my #1 visit of this year. I could live in this city in a heartbeat in El Centro. Querétaro, if I'm not mistaken, had a fabulous bus station. It was beautiful. It was like, it's Querétaro's bus station was beautiful. It was one of the most unique bus stations I've ever seen in my life. I could have slept at the bus station. I'm thinking that it's not as affordable as Morelia. I looked up prices total, so I would want to live in El Centro, I think. I checked out prices on Chat GPT, and it was, but it was an exceptional city. Let's go in and see some picture. Here we go. I'm taking the taxi to my hotel. I think in the video I show the name of the hotel that I stayed in. It was about 10 minutes from the plaza, a wonderful place. And this is the Aqueduct. I'm in a taxi. We're going by the Aqueduct, very famous aqueduct in Querétaro. Yes. And this city, it has everything. You can live in El Centro. They have colleges, universities. Oops, what's going on over here? Let's see. They have colleges, universities, industry, young people, old people, little kids. You got to watch this video. Any videos that you can watch about Querétaro, It's awesome. I would say you can go to this city and spend a week. If your budget is bigger than my budget, you could stay here year round and just love life and enjoy yourself. I could live there right now. I could go to Querétaro and just be hippie happy blacky nappy. That's a Cheech and Chong phrase. Hippie happy blacky nappy. Ain't too proud to bitch, and only my mama loves me, and she could be jiving me too. That restaurant is right on the plaza. This is maybe a Wednesday around 10 o'clock in the morning. That must be the rich and successful people. The arches going around the plaza. Again, this is a Wednesday around 11 o'clock in the morning, and there is a permanent piano on the plaza. They must roll that thing out around 7 o'clock in the morning, just leave it there all day. And this young lady was playing Chopin. Yes. Yep. That's it. That's my 1 year top 10 wrap up of the places I have visited with your donation cash. And for those of you that contribute to the channel, it's all greatly appreciated when you do donate. And if you're watching the replay and you want to donate to the channel, in the description below, you have to scroll down about 3 or 4 paragraphs to find a donate button. But I have to put it below those paragraphs for my search engine optimization. That's why I do that. Now, here we go. Let's see. Okay, I'm finding myself here in the chat. Okay, here we go. Yep, we got that. Buck stops here. I'm eating chips, wishing I had some of that food you are showing in the videos. Sorry, dude. Okay. Look who's here. Look who's here. Happy Saturday. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Same to you, girlfriend. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining us today. Bill, I was just wondering, what if the name of that city with $200 rent and near the airport? What is a $200 rent and near the airport? Oh, I can vaguely. Oh, man. I'm going to have to, Buck, I'm going to have to think about that. I love Toluca. Toluca is the bomb. Happy holidays from Linda Jordan. I like your festival hat. This is the last day of the festival hat. Hey, Bill, now that you've visited more cities, if you were to move, which one would you move to first? I would move to Querétaro. Yeah. I love Morelia, but Querétaro's El Centro, is so much more historic. I mean, it's like being in a movie every second of your life. Every second of your life walking around Querétaro in El Centro's like being in a movie. So that would be my first choice. Number 2 would be Toluca. All right, we had a planned trip to Toluca, and then the Gringo Go Home protest broke out in Mexico City near Toluca. Yeah. And my family members was scared something would happen to me. Nah, they wouldn't have. You would have been fine. Yeah, Happy New Year 2026 to Bill and everyone. I plan to see you, Bill. Thanks for all you do. Right on, my man. In Columbus is a workable city. I'm going to say if you don't speak Spanish, There's nowhere in Mexico that is workable for you. I work online, so I can live anywhere in Mexico. I've been making money online for 21 years. So if you're doing consulting, lessons, how to do this, how to do that, if you know how to get your clients to contact you and pay them, if you're some type of specialty attorney, I've said it before, but I know a woman. She lives in Mazatlan. She does family counseling. She's a registered family counselor in Arizona and California. And she lives in Mazatlan. She makes $150 an hour. She makes $9,000 a month just sitting in her little apartment in Mazatlan. And she only works Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. $9,000 a month. So if you can work like that, then Querétaro is, oh, you said walkable. Oh, yeah, it's walkable. I'm sorry. I thought you said workable. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's very walkable. And I don't remember walking up and down anything. Everything was flat. But when the bus was going in and out of town, and when I took taxis around, I did notice some elevating and going down, but I'd say it's very walkable, extremely walkable. I'm sorry. Easy to walk around. Yes, it was very easy to walk around. And if you watch my video, you will see me walking some streets where they're flat, but they're slight inclines, but nothing like San Miguel Allende, from what I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. I totally misread that. Okay, well, y'all, that's it. That is my 1 year update. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. So this is our last broadcast of 2025. 2025 is just about over. In a couple of days, it's going to be 2026. And we'll be back. In 2026, 1 week from today, to continue the Bill the Geek channel. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We've had another fabulous year thanks to you, our donors who support the channel. So if you're new here today, or if you've just been watching like forever, feel free to donate to the channel. If you're watching the replay, you can click the donate button in the description below. It just says donate. Or you can join for as little as $3 a month. You can help me travel, go places, see all kinds of Mexican food, stuff like that. And you can see how safe and wonderful it is, and affordable. Safe, wonderful, and affordable. Some people call that cheap. So there you go. So I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we're getting ready. Oh no, who is this? None other than the one, the only Pamela Nurse. Girl, we haven't seen you in about 3 years. Go Bucks. Good to see you again, Bill. I had a little trouble breathing in Querétaro at 6,000 feet. Okay. I felt better in Chapala. Yeah, Chapala's around 5,000 feet. Yeah, Querétaro and Toluca are high altitude cities. But Pamela Nurse, great to see you. Haven't seen you in so long. And thank you for, she gave me a gift. We were in the Chapala area. She took me out to breakfast, and she gave me an Ohio State white hat. Thank you, Pamela, so much for that gift, and and go Bucks. The Ohio State Buckeyes are playing on New Year's Eve. They play Miami in the semifinals. But Pam, I hope you're doing great. Great to see you. Great to see you. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I think I'm going to get some Chinese food, go to the grocery store, see if I can catch some college football and plan out my week. So I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos and presentations about the joys of living in Mexico. So for each and every one, I want to say Happy New Year, adios, hasta luego, and que te vaya bien. Adios, everybody. Adios, everybody. Happy New Year. Have a great and safe New Year's adventure. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next Saturday in 2026. God bless everyone. Be safe and have fun.